these amazing and talented people to Greene County and celebrate their accomplishments, both past and present. A few thank yous before we get started. First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Heupel, Mrs. Greiner for putting together the criteria for our Hall of Fame, and all those who nominated individuals and groups. Would also like to thank Wes and Victoria Anderson, who along with Dave and Becky served on our selection committee. Thank you to Joseph Miller for helping with the live streaming and technology needs for this event, and also our custodial staff for all the work they do to help set up for our events. I'd also like to thank Ram Fanatic, who created the slides, pictures, and social media posts for this event. And last but certainly not least, Misty Betty, who does an outstanding job with our programs, memory tables, and organizing the reception. Can we give these people a round of applause, please? Tonight we have a remarkable group of people being inducted. Their accomplishments in the area of fine arts are outstanding, and I'm so glad to be a part of celebrating them with you tonight. Unfortunately, not all of the inductees were able to make it, but we do have either a video or a video message or a family member to accept the honor. So without further ado, let me introduce our first inductee. Shelby Sievers Van Noordstrand. Shelby is a 2000 graduate of Jefferson Scranton. While a student at JS, she excelled in music and speech. She was a 4-time All-State clarinetist and earned first chair in both the All-State Orchestra in 1998 and All-State Band in 1999. To go along with her All-State selections, Shelby also received Outstanding Performer recognition at the IHSMA State Festival Contest, along with multiple superior ratings. In addition to music, Shelby was an All-State speech selection in both individual and large group categories. Her accomplishments didn't end in high school. While instrumental music is what she was maybe known for in high school, vocal music would be her chosen career as she headed to Iowa State, where she received her Bachelor of Music, Vocal Music Ed degree. In 2005, Shelby was an ACDA conducting competition winner. After teaching at the high school level for a couple of years, she went to Michigan State University, where she received her Master's of Music Vocal Performance degree. Shelby began her post-secondary teaching career at Iowa Western Community College before moving over to the University of Nebraska, Omaha, where she has been since 2012, first serving as an instructor, then assistant professor, and currently associate professor of music. Over the course of her professional years, Shelby has performed across the country and the globe. She has also served as a clinician, educator, and guest musician at numerous competitions and festivals. Shelby currently lives in Council Bluffs, Iowa with her husband Rod and son Reed. She is the daughter of Don and Suzanne Sievers, granddaughter of Gladys Basto, and is the sister of Chris Sievers and Ashley Sievers. Let's welcome to the Greene County Fine Arts Hall of Fame, Shelby Sievers Van Noordstrand.
Thank you so much. It is my extreme honor to be the first inductee of the Greene County Fine Arts Hall of Fame. Thank you so much to everyone who worked to make this Fine Arts Hall of Fame a reality at Greene County. I'm proud to be part of a strong legacy in Jefferson and in Greene County of fine arts musicians, artists, theatrical people, artists, and all of the community that supports us. As I was thinking about what I wanted to share tonight, I think something that has been so important to me in my entire life is the support that I felt from so many people in this community. Of course, Becky Greiner, who pushed me, and Matt Shute, who pushed me as a high school musician and cared more when I didn't maybe care enough. But they always helped us strive for excellence, and I am not the only recipient of that. That legacy has gone throughout the community. And those are just two people. There's so many incredible people, not just in the fine arts in Greene County. and it makes it a really special place to grow up, a place that I felt so supported by, and that I have then been able to go out and support others throughout Iowa and the United States and overseas in the music diplomacy ways that opportunities that I've been given. So I also want to give a big shout out to my parents, who I think it would mean a lot for them if they were still alive to see me receive this award. But they were my just unending supporters throughout their entire lives, and that meant so much to me as an artist because it's very easy, I think, for artists to feel that there's not a pathway to clear success. You know, there's not always that salaried job waiting out there as an artist. But that never deterred my parents from supporting me and taking me to all of the music lessons and all of the dance lessons, and all of the events. And the ways that they supported me and my brother and sister and their community has left a legacy to me that I hope I'm able to repay in some small way. So thank you so much for this award. It means so much, and I'm grateful to be an inductee in the Greene County Fine Arts Hall of Fame.
Our next inductee is Martin McGinn. Marty is a 1999 graduate of Jefferson Scranton. During his time with the music program, he was twice selected to the Iowa All-State Band as a clarinetist. And with Mrs. Greiner here, I think that she was a woodwind biased person. 2 clarinetists. Brass is where it's at. He was also involved in jazz band where he received numerous outstanding soloist awards at competitions on both clarinet and saxophone. He served as an accompanist for many of his fellow students for their vocal solos. He also helped form a small jazz combo along with Tanner Taylor, Matt Thompson, and Josh Foyle while in high school. This group was asked by classmates to perform at their graduation ceremony. That is how respected they were. While Martin was an outstanding performer, he was equally as talented in the composition of music. He was a winner of the Iowa Composers Forum twice during his high school career. In 1997, he won with his composition for violins entitled Madness. And then in his senior year, Martin's piece entitled Transformations earned him his second winning composition. Martin's interest in music would lead him to the University of Iowa to study music composition, and while there, he began to experiment with different techniques and computer-generated sounds. After earning his bachelor's degree from Iowa, Martin headed to Mills College in Oakland, California, and earned his master's in music composition in 2005. Staying in California, he continued to write and perform his own music and has produced 4 albums. His composition, Earth Abides, won the Best Song by an Oakland Solo Artist Award at the Oaktown Music Festival. Martin has also collaborated with many bands and musicians over the years. Marty and his wife Hannah and son Arthur currently live in Minneapolis, where he teaches piano and composition as private lessons. Let's welcome Martin McGinn to the Greene County Fine Arts Hall of Fame. While he couldn't be here tonight, he did send a video with his remarks.
The last time I was in the high school auditorium, I was wearing a cummerbund, had less hair here, and was clutching a clarinet. At that time, I dreamt of making music my life, preferably without the cummerbund. In the years since, I haven't been blessed with Grammys, frames of gold records, or millions of adoring fans. My humble dream has come true. The dedication and support I received from teachers throughout my public music education was instrumental in helping to catalyze that dream. In middle school, Dick Bentz spent numerous exasperating and exceptionally squeaky mornings helping me to improve my clarinet playing, or at least stop squeaking so much. When I won the Iowa Composers Forum student competition, high school band teacher Becky Greiner escorted me to the award concert and reception in Des Moines on a weekend. These acts and so many more throughout high school cemented a strong musical foundation for me. Outside of school, my piano teacher, Sherry Sloan, encouraged my first rambling steps in composition. My classmates also helped me to discover my musical self, be it either improvising something stupid or profound with Tanner Taylor, attending All-State and prom with fellow inductee Shelby Sievers, or strumming out ear-shatteringly awful Kiss covers in Kevin Gilman's basement. All of these experiences made me a better musician. The last one is debatable. I was fortunate to have had such amazing mentors and peers in a small town like Jefferson. The immeasurable support from community members who value arts and arts education has also been vital in making my dream a reality. I'm grateful for the familiar faces I've seen in audiences throughout the years, from my very first piano recitals to jazz band concerts to shows I recently played in Jefferson. Lastly, thanks to my parents who not only paid for pretty much most of it, sat through hours of strange and perhaps troubling new music concerts, but also had enough trust in me to say, sure, yeah, being a composer, that's a great idea. They also made sure my coat button was on tight. I'm honored to be inducted into the Greene County High School Fine Arts Hall of Fame inaugural class. An eternal thank you to all current and former music teachers, supporters of the arts, and parents everywhere. You are the real inspiration. Yeah.
Our next inductee is Teresa Lawler. Teresa Lawler served as a speech coach for Jefferson Scranton from 1995 to 2007. Jefferson Scranton became an individual event and large group speech juggernaut. During her time here, there were an astounding number of events that were selected to All-State. In fact, in her 12 years as speech coach, Teresa guided 94 All-State individual events and 32 All-State large group events. In 2001, the ensemble acting group performing Unsure Thing earned the Critics' Choice Award, signifying them as the best ensemble acting group in the state. Jefferson Scranton speech teams dominated the conference, district, and state contests, compiling an overwhelming majority of 1 ratings and winning Best of Center awards along the way, including at least 7 straight years of having 10 or more Best of Center award winners in the Raccoon River Conference Speech Festival. JS teams won the Eagle Speech Invitational at Southeast Webster 3 years in a row from 2004 to 2006. Participation in the program was extremely high during the Teresa Lawler years. It was not uncommon to have 100 students participating in large group speech. In 2006, JS was one of only 7 schools to have 100% event participation for those that registered compared to those that performed. Also that year, JS had more students performing at All-State than any other school in the state, with 11. In 2022, Teresa was inducted into the Iowa High School Speech Association Hall of Fame. She also received the NFHS Association Speech Debate Theater Educator Award, one of 20 given nationwide. In addition to her speech coaching accolades, Teresa was the 2002 Iowa Student Council Advisor of the Year. Teresa currently lives in Glenwood near her 2 grandkids, Brody and Bryn. Her family includes husband Ted Eli, daughters Brittany, Brianne, her bonus daughter McKenna, Aaron, and Tessa. She's currently in New York attending a Bono concert, which to my understanding is well known that she is an adoring fan. Here to accept the award on Teresa's behalf is her daughter, Brittany Blasi. Let's welcome Teresa Lawler to the Greene County Fine Arts Hall of Fame.
Right now, my mom is at the Beacon Theater in New York City, waiting patiently. Nah, That's absolutely a lie. She's probably losing it. On the way here, I talked to her, and she was waiting outside the door where there was a possibility of Bono getting dropped off. So I said that's a little stalkerish, but would expect nothing less from her. She's saying sugar, sugar, running hands through her hair. I'm not losing it. I'm not losing it. Chugging Diet Coke. We can all picture it who know her. Uh, for those of you who are not familiar with my mom's obsession, Bono is the lead singer of the Irish band U2. Uh, the reason she's hanging out with one of her favorite stars instead of the stars of the inaugural Greene County Fine Arts Hall of Fame was timing. She got the tickets on February 1st. So however, the stars aligned in 1993 after my mom interviewed for the third time with Mr. Jerry Waugh. Yes, 3 interviews. In 1984, Mr. Waugh did not offer her the job due to her lack of yearbook experience. In 1987, my mom could not leave her Carroll kids and declined the offer. Finally, in 1993, Mom knew she wanted to raise her 4 daughters in Greene County and really wanted the job. She wanted it so much, she actually bribed Mr. Schmidt, the superintendent, with chocolate chip cookies. It worked, and I'm very thankful for that. Luckily, the Jefferson Scranton administrators, Mr. Schmidt, Mr. Haleska, Mr. Waugh, Mr. Gronemeyer, Ms. Blackmer, and Mr. Kibbe fully embraced and supported the power of the fine arts building in building a creative and supported thoughtful, empathetic students. They understood the nature of speech and drama being edgy. Although Ms. Lawler was called into the office on occasion for questionable materials, in fact, after one of her conversations about a script, Mr. Waugh stated, "You make me nervous." Mom took it as a compliment. Even when the speech babies were testing the limits, the administrative team always supported the overall mission of the team. The other major supporters of the Jefferson Scranton speech team were the parents. It didn't matter what needed to be accomplished. Build choral reading boxes? No problem. We're hosting contest. Dot dot dot. Again. Fantastic. Need t-shirts on a limited budget and time frame? Sure. Suzanne Severs is on it. Need us to cover the concession stands and donate all of the proceeds back to the speech team? Kiwanis Club to the rescue. Need chaperones for the All-State Festival? Of course. Not only did the parents show up for their work, they genuinely supported the speech team. They understood the value of developing communication skills their children would be able to use for the rest of their lives. What their children saw as a chance to hang out with friends in room 126, munch on some popcorn, and generally have a good time was actually preparing them to be stronger communicators in their personal and professional lives. Thank you, parents, for your incredible support. Now, you might think my mom's favorite stars are Bono and the members of U2, but that's not the case. After her daughters and her grandkids, her favorite stars are her speech babies. And according to Mom, her Jefferson Scranton speech babies were the all-time best teenagers in the state of Iowa. J. Matthew Shute, who, by the way, arrived at Jefferson Scranton in 1993 too, shared, "There's only one way to describe a speech baby. What a phenomenal compliment and accurate assessment. Speech babies did for fun what others would rather die doing." Yes, they embraced giving speeches and performing while also embracing their peers from all cliques, personal identities, and grade levels. Jefferson Scranton was one of the first schools in the state to write their own ensemble, one acts, and acting pieces, which I really didn't realize at the time when I was in speech because that was just normal for us. And so when she said that, that was little bit mind-boggling, but side note, sorry, back on track. Um, the 2001 Critics' Choice Ensemble, made up of Andrew Hoyt, Matthew Moraine, and Sarah Von Ossen, actually wrote and memorized two ensembles and then determined which one highlighted their talents the best. And before performing at the All-State Festival, were making script changes outside the performance center. Unsure Thing became a sure thing because of their work ethic, creativity, and talent. A few of the many memories my mom cherishes include early morning bus rides with the seniors providing the pep talks, brainstorming and writing each script uh, with finding just the right words, playing around with blocking to make the scene come to life, coaching three young men who formed the speech cheerleaders squad to make the speech ball, to support speech ball, excuse me. One act plays with an accordion, flying chickens, and ET phoning home. The creative energy of students collaborating, painting the one act flats in room 126 on a cold January night, celebrating the season with trips to Cedar Falls for the All State Festival class night of 1998. Still has the VCR, which is some sort of inside joke. I didn't get it. So, celebrating Division II ratings, one ratings, and all state. The choral reading rivalry with an unnamed school definitely matches the Montagues and Capulets. Uh, definitely still feel the same when I hear that school's name. And then when respect comes on the radio, it's not Aretha Franklin that my mom hears, it's Shelley Severs belting out during a choral reading. The speech babies brought out the best and occasionally the worst in her, but she is eternally grateful to have been their coach. Although my mom's timing for this event celebration was off, she thanks her lucky stars she was able to teach and coach at Jefferson Scranton. Thank you very much.
Our next inductee is Zach Durlam. Zach is a 1992 graduate of Jefferson Scranton. During his time of roaming the halls of Jefferson Scranton, Zach made a name for himself in the arts. Singing, playing piano, trombone, speech and drama, he could do it all. Before his time was done in high school, he would be named to the All-State Choir 3 times, earn All-State and individual speech twice, and be selected to the All-State Jazz Band his senior year. He also toured the state of Iowa with the State Fair Singers and Jazz Band, not to mention his numerous roles in musicals, drama productions, and summer youth theater productions. Upon graduating from high school, Zach headed to Luther College, where he majored in music education and minored in math. He spent the first 12 years of his career teaching at the high school level at Spencer and then at Iowa City West. While teaching at Iowa City West, Zach earned his Master's of Arts degree in choral conducting at the University of Iowa. He would eventually earn his doctorate in choral conducting from Michigan State University in 2010, where he served as a teaching assistant and adjunct lecturer in voice while at MSU. From there, Zach headed to Fresno Pacific University as director of choral activities and assistant professor of music in Fresno, California. In 2014, he was hired at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, where he became tenured and promoted to associate professor of music and is director of choral activities. In addition to his duties at the university, Zach also directs the Master Singers in Milwaukee and the Jubilation Adult Choir. He has served as a guest conductor and clinician for numerous honor choirs and choral festivals. In addition to conducting and being a clinician, Zach has given presentations and keynote speeches at various choral directors' conferences. He earned third place nationally in the 2018-19 American Prize for Choral Conducting, along with many other awards and honors. He is also a sought-after soloist and performer. Side note, this one was really cool for me because I got to sit and watch. I had a front row seat to watch him for 3 years in high school, and it was just tremendous. And it doesn't surprise me any of these things that he has accomplished. Zach currently lives in Germantown, Wisconsin, and with his wife Erin, who is also a music teacher. They are parents of two: Noah, a sophomore at Valparaiso University, and Micah, a senior in high school. Zach's unable to attend tonight, but he did send a video to share some remarks. Let's welcome Zach Durlam to the Greene County Fine Arts Hall of Fame.
Hello, Greene County. I really wish I could be there with all of you tonight, but I want you to know how honored I am to be selected as part of the inaugural Fine Arts Hall of Fame class. Congratulations to the other inductees. I don't know how many of you were able to attend tonight, but if you were there, Teresa, I was a die-hard speech kid all through high school. And I was always both proud and a little jealous of the program you built there after I left. It's incredible that little Jefferson Scranton had become such a speech powerhouse under your leadership. East Greene Jazz Band, I was a band kid too, and I remember hearing about all your successes from my mom, who was an East Greene teacher. It's astonishing what your group led groups for years after you accomplished under Mr. Woodard's leadership. Marty, I knew you as a fifth grader. It's been amazing to see all you have accomplished. And Shelby, it seems like our paths keep crossing. From that summer youth production 30 years ago to both teaching Iowa high school choirs to grad school at MSU. Not only are you an incredible musician, but you are an amazing human being, and it's an honor to be a part of this class with you. I feel so fortunate to have grown up in Jefferson. The town and the school were big enough to offer lots of opportunities, but small enough that I could be involved in pretty much anything. At a larger school, I would likely have to choose. But here, I can be a part of choir, band, jazz band, speech plays, musicals, mock trial, and so many other clubs and events. These activities and the tireless teachers who led them help me build skills and confidence and shape who I am. I also feel unbelievably lucky and grateful for my family. My mom and dad unconditionally supported me in everything I tried, attending every performance, and there were a lot, driving me to music lessons in Jefferson and Ames, and even following me around the state when I performed with state fair singers, and providing me with my emergency water bottle rations. They're the best parents I could have ever asked for. Because of them, I felt safe, supported, and empowered to try so many experiences and to keep going and keep growing, even when things got challenging. I love you, Mom and Dad. I'm privileged to now work full-time in the arts. Every day, I witness the power the arts have to transform lives and build community, even and especially in this time where communities feel so divided. Singing, making music, creating art. These activities are so deeply and so innately human. And that's why arts education is so important. Arts education is the soul of our schools. And I want to thank you for being a community that values and supports this. I want you to know that it's not normal for a high school in a county this size to have a legacy of so much talent, real professional level talent in the arts. I'm proud that GCHS has recognized this legacy by creating the Hall of Fame. There are so many Greene County grads deserving of this honor. I don't think you'll have any problem finding inductees for years to come, and I'm honored to be a part of this inaugural class. Thank you.
Tonight, as we finish up with our last inductees, we're going to induct a group with this class, the 1999 East Greene Jazz Band. Under the direction of Todd Woodard, had a year for the ages. Winners of the Skiba, Hoover, Woodward Granger, Tallcorn, and Jack Oates Jazz Festivals during the school year earned them a spot in the Iowa Jazz Band Championships. Not only did this group compete in the Jazz Championships, but they brought home East Greene's first ever state championship. Jen Hillman and Adam Gloy were recognized as outstanding soloists, and Gabby Steyer was named a Class A outstanding performer for her featured flute solo performance. As with any championship team, this group spent numerous hours rehearsing and practicing. Their schedule included 4 rehearsals a week and individual jazz lessons as well. Director Todd Woodard attributes the success of East Greene Jazz to the kids for being enthusiastic and teachable. The 1999 East Greene Jazz Band started a period of dominance as East Greene would place in the top 5 at the Iowa Jazz Championships from 1999 through 2007, including 3 more titles in that time frame. Let's welcome the 1999 East Greene Jazz Band to the Greene County Fine Arts Hall of Fame. Here to speak on their behalf is Director Todd Woodard and band member Adam Gloy. Any member of the band that's here, would you please come forward as well at this time?
Well, I want to start by acknowledging and thanking the organizers and the committee of this that has put this together. As a community member, I appreciate the effort put forth to preserve and tell the stories of the schools and communities that make up the school district. It's great to recognize the accomplishments in the arts and to celebrate the rich culture of the arts that exists right here in Greene County, as everyone so far has mentioned. It's great to see some bandmates. We wish more could have been here, but it's good to see you. Good to see some families of the band as well. I want to take the time to mention one who is no longer with us. Joel Higgins was a part of this group. He passed away in 2014 of cancer. No one would have appreciated this more than Joel. He would have absolutely loved this, and so I just want to acknowledge Joel. Moments like the 1999 state championship don't happen without quality educators like Todd Woodard. The arts should be enjoyed, especially at the high school level, and a true appreciation for the arts will only come about if they're fun. And Todd Woodard made band fun. By far, you were my favorite teacher, and as was noted by the time, I probably spent more time in the band room than I should have. I probably should have gone to class more. But
did you even pass any other classes?
Didn't need to. We enjoyed being around him. We bore the name Band Nerd with honor, and it wasn't a chore to come to those morning practices. In 1998, we didn't qualify for state, and a year later, Woodard convinced us that we would not only qualify, but we could win. So we went to work and we qualified. And with every contest we went to, our confidence grew. By the time we got to state, we not only felt like we could win, I think we felt like we couldn't lose. We were pretty much sure we had it. But we didn't win because we were such great musicians. We won because Woodard got us to buy in, and we just followed his lead. The newspaper article that was written in the Herald after we had got back they'd interviewed Todd, and he said it was a privilege to count him off. And that was kind of his style with jazz. He'd count us off, and he'd kind of stand over to the side, just kind of groove. Just kind of over there, and he just, and you know, you see other jazz directors, they're in front conducting like they're conducting an orchestra, and that's not really jazz, and that's certainly not Woodard. In fact, if he ever did actually come in front and start to direct, that was because we had screwed up. And he was coming back over to get us back on track because we were doing something wrong. But we followed his lead. He just kind of set the groove, and we followed. It was East Greene's first state title in anything, and we took pride in that, and I know that Todd did too. Woodard was always modest and still is, But one thing I know he enjoyed that it was the day we got back to winning state, and we're in the band room like normal, and Todd said, you know, Monday morning I'm going to take this trophy to the office where the teachers hang around and drink coffee in the morning. And it said it where the coaches put their trophy, and everybody stands around and goes, ooh, seventh place. So it was a little jab maybe at that our athletic prowess maybe wasn't up to the standard of the music performance, and he enjoyed that, I think. It happened. But thanks for the opportunity to share and preserve this memory. Again, thanks to the organizers committee and to all the supporters of music and the arts in Greene County. I look forward to more of these stories being shared and preserved through the establishment of this Hall of Fame. And thank you for letting us be a part of it.
That's Mr. Woodard. Jeez. Well, I got up here a little bit early so I could drive by the old East Green High School, and it's not how I remember it. I thought about getting out and kind of walking the layout, but I thought then the stairs are going to be a problem. So, okay, I got some time on my hands, so I thought I'd zip down the old highway and take the S-curves this time at a reasonable speed and stop and get myself a hamburger at the old A&W. Well, then I get here and find out I'm last to all these people that are, I'm like, oh, okay, first would have been great. So anyway, I didn't realize there was so much going on around here. I should have left Grand Junction once in a while. I did write a few notes. I taught here 10 years, so I didn't want to go through every single, moment of it. You're welcome. So this is a very cool thing. I feel honored to be a part of it, along with these people and all the other students that I worked with. What a great bunch of humans, and that includes the students most of all. But what a great family we had. The parents, the teachers, the administration. We had such great support, and those are times that I'll remember forever. I know I worked really hard to try to make the groups good, but I'm going to correct Adam in that I didn't have to work at making it fun. They brought that on. I brought that on. That was not hard. I even shut the lights out and locked the door on occasion just so they would go away. It's the first time I've ever told anybody that. So I have the Jazz Champions Night CD that I dug out with all the students, autographs, if you will. And I was going to read through them, but I see they're out there on the table. I read through all of them out in the parking lot. I couldn't make out one, and it turns out it's Adam. I don't know if that's improved or not. But yeah, the CD's meant a lot to me, and I've kept it in my office since, so 22 years ago, 23 years ago. And that means a lot. I also brought along the Lucky Puck. And the story is, in our warm-up room before we'd go perform, Adam started this, I believe. Everybody had to pass it down and kiss it. And this is pre-COVID, by the way. It's got stickers of lips on it. So I thought maybe tonight we could, it'll come around to the back. Well, anyway, it wasn't difficult to have fun with these guys, and they were very good, very talented, bought into it. We had so much fun, so many hotel stays and things that were just a blast. and tonight's about the East Greene 99 jazz band, but I also need to acknowledge all of the students that were in band in the 10 years I was there, because I was only going to be there 1 year. And 10 years later, there I am. And what a great, hardworking bunch of students. And I also want to make sure, I know Joel, as Adam mentioned, Joel Higgins left us way too soon, but I know he's listening and making fun of everything I say and do tonight. I can feel it. Yeah. So, on behalf of the entire student jazz band in 1999 and all the other students and the parents and the families, thank you. This is an awesome experience. So, once again, thank you.
I want to thank you all for coming out tonight. With that, that concludes our induction ceremony for the inaugural 2023 Fine Arts Hall of Fame here at Greene County. There is a vocal and band concert coming up shortly at 7:30, and I would encourage you to stick around and see the current generation if you are able to. If not, you're welcome to go. Congratulations to all the inductees, and we look forward to this being a long run of recognition for others as well. And if you have people that you believe should be in the Fine Arts Hall of Fame, we do have a criteria list. We can get that to you, and there are nomination forms that the Activities Office has as well as we move forward, because there are a lot that we could recognize. So congratulations, thank you for coming out, and have a wonderful evening.